This video is addressing the reaction to the apologies that have been recently issued by the PGA's number 3 golfer Justin Thomas after he issued or spoke a homophobic slur after missing a short putt on the fourth hole in Kapalua at the Century Tournament of Champions. Now, I can't see inside anyone's heart or anyone's mind, but his apology certainly sounded sincere and heartfelt. But it may not be enough. As many of you are now aware, Ralph Lauren, one of his large sponsors, has decided to sever their relationship with him. Ralph Lauren has made it clear that, as they described it, they have a culture of diversity and inclusion, and statements like the ones made, even though it was one thing he said quietly, sort of under his own breath, it was still picked up by cameras. And one has to wonder what would motivate someone after missing a short putt to say something like that. It's just an odd thing to say. I mean, lots of golfers curse. If anyone who's ever played more than 3 holes of golf has probably cursed at some point after missing a short putt, but it's just a strange thing to say. But one is, I hope that he does, as he said he will, put in the work. He will start doing things maybe with communities of people who are not necessarily gender binary and others, to learn why you should not have those negative associations, apparently, because to have said what he said, and a lot of people sort of tried to wave it away as saying, if you've ever golfed before, well, yes, I mean, anyone who's ever golfed before, like I said, it's a good chance you've cursed, but that's an odd thing to land on as the thing you choose to curse. There's so many other curse words one usually hears on a golf course, but the real question now is what comes next. Everyone says when they do something bad and they apologize that they're going to do work. I wonder what kind of work he will do and where that will lead him. Now, it should be noted that less than a year ago, Scott Piercy, who is nowhere close to Justin Thomas in terms of talent or in terms of ranking or in terms of prominence or fan base, lost all of his sponsors after, in March of 2019, he shared via his social media a homophobic meme that was targeting Mayor Buttigieg of South Bend, Indiana. And to its credit, because years in the past, this gentleman's game of golf has sort of allowed certain things, that maybe shouldn't have been allowed. And this is not somebody, talking about a freedom of speech issue, right? We know that your freedom of speech does not extend to slurring people. I hope that people understand that. And it's one thing if you're a stand-up comedian and you're doing something to get a reaction or to get a laugh. This was someone expressing simply their frustration or missing a putt. And like I said, it's such an interesting thing that he would choose that particular type of cursing. So one is, I hope that he not only is forgiven, but does things that earn him actual forgiveness. I'll continue to report on this if there's things to report.